Jin-Woo Sung is a hunter with the rank E. This is the lowest of all the ranks, which means that he is only a little bit stronger than the average person. It is dangerous to be a hunter, even more if you are the weakest of them all. Several hunters have gathered to get ready for their next job, a dungeon raid to clear out dangerous monsters before they enter the world. The hunters talk about Jin-Woo Sung and how he got hospitalized in one of the least dangerous dungeons a while ago. His colleagues even gave him the nickname the weakest hunter of all mankind. Jin-Woo Sung catches up with his friend who also wants to enter the dungeon, but is a healer to help the hunters. As everybody gathers in front of the entrance to get in, Mr. Song asks if he can lead the dungeon as he is the highest level hunter present. They all agree and prepare to enter the other side. But before they enter, a friend advises Jin-Woo Sung to just stay back and watch himself as to not get hospitalized. Inside, the hunters slay the dungeon monsters while Jin-Woo Sung's friend heals him as he has gotten himself hurt. She tells him to stop going to these raids because he will get himself killed one day. Jin-Woo Sung mentions that it's just a hobby as he doesn't want to tell her the real reason why he has to keep fighting. Meanwhile, the team has finished the raid and they talk about the loot they found. One hunter interrupts them as he has found another entrance, indicating that the dungeon isn't completely finished. Mr. Song explains that the boss must be in there because the dungeon only closes after the boss is defeated. The group isn't sure if they should keep going. The deeper part of the dungeon could be for higher level hunters only. Mr. Song proposes a voting with the 17 participants. In the end the result ends up even, with Jin-Woo Sung's vote remaining. He thinks about his mother in the hospital and that he could use the money from the stronger monsters for her bills. Therefore Jin-Woo Sung votes for the team to keep going deeper into the dungeon. The group walks for 40 minutes into the dungeon and Jin-Woo Sung apologizes to her friend that he dragged her along by voting yes. She accepts but scolds him for always being so careless and for going into dangerous dungeons all of the time. He knows what he is doing is dangerous but he thanks her and her friend says that Jin-Woo Sung should take her out for a meal. Riz. In the meantime the group arrives at the boss's arena, which has unusually large doors. The group has doubts, they don't know whether they should leave or go into the arena. But because they have the experienced hunter Mr. Song with them, they decide to pull through. As the party enters blue torches light up and illuminate the huge room. The interior is very old, almost like ruins. And there are several stone statues, each holding different items, one even holds an instrument in its hands. At the end of the room sits a gigantic stone statue on its throne with crying lifeless eyes. The party wonders if this is the boss but it can't be, as it's just a statue. The group looks for monsters but they can't find anything, not even a little bug. But something catches Mr. Song's eyes, a divination circle. Before he can think about the circle someone from the party shouts for him. Some hunters found a stone tablet with different inscriptions on it. Song starts reading, which seems to be rules off of the tablet. First, thou shalt worship God. Second, thou shalt praise God. Third, thou shalt prove thy faith. Jin-Woo Sung's girlfriend looks shocked. Apparently the eyes of the giant statue just looked in their direction. Meanwhile Song finishes reading the consequences on the tablet, which say that whoever fails to obey the rules shall not be spared. Suddenly a loud noise can be heard behind the group. The huge doors closed by themselves. A strong-looking hunter says that he shouldn't even have come to such a crazy place and decides to leave. Song shouts that he shouldn't touch the doors, but before the hunter can react he gets slain by one of the statues next to the door. The group is stunned, the statues have come to life. This must mean that the giant statue on the throne is also alive. Jin-Woo Sung looks at it and the big construct looks back at him. The man was a way stronger hunter than Jin-Woo Sung but even he got killed with a single strike. Suddenly the big statue's eyes lit up and Jin-Woo Sung screamed for everyone to take cover. It shot a massive beam of destruction, pulverizing everything in its way. Mr. Song screams for everyone to keep still as it will probably keep going if someone moves. Jin-Woo Sung notices Mr. Song's arm, which has been cut off from the beam. They talk about how they have never seen anything like this dungeon, while Jin-Woo Sung patches up his arm. The big statue is probably one of the highest ranks with abilities to insta-kill hunters. One of the hunters is fed up with the situation and tries to take his chances. He is certain that his superior speed will get him through the doors in a second. The hunter starts running just as Mr. Song yells for him to not move. A split second later the hunter has been disintegrated, it's over just as quick as it started. The only thing left of the hunter are now only his feet, which are losing momentum. Jin-Woo Sung comments that the statues could kill them all in an instant and wonders why they don't do so. Magic beasts usually attack on sight but these creatures wait for something. Their attacks follow certain rules like the door guard and the big statue. They only attack when someone comes near the door or when a hunter moves. Jin-Woo realizes that the rules must be written somewhere and looks at the commandments. The first commandment says, "Thou shalt worship God." Jin-Woo knows what has to be done now. The giant statue is a god inside this room and it wants his rules to be followed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.